What's up, guys? Bobby C back here, and today I wanted to take you through a quick little reloading session that I'm going to do. I started loading earlier this week, stocking up for the winter because I'm in Chicagoland and I keep the majority of my reloading items out in my garage. And although I do have heat in my garage, it does get to be a pain in the butt to just warm up this thing and get rolling. So I wanted to take a moment and kind of show what my reloading setup looks like. This is my newest machine. This is the Mark 7 Revolution press. I also have a Dillon 1100 with a Mr. Bullet feeder. And this is the press I usually run my 38 Super Comp on, and 45 ACP, as well as just some load development for 9mm. And the Revolution is a press that I keep set up for 9mm and specifically shooting range and ammo to take classes with. So I know I've done tool head setups before, but the way I have this set up is there's my primer collator. It's feeding my primers. I have a bullet sense. I also have a primer orientation sensor on this, and then I don't have any of the other sensors as it stands right now, and that's good or bad depending on how you look at it. I just didn't have the money to spend after dropping 11 or 12 grand on a bullet press or a press machine. But I do have a Mighty Armory decapper. I have the FW Arms swage foot. I have the Mighty Armory size die. I have the Mighty Armory swage die. This is Mark 7's powder drop, which has so far been amazing. I have the big boy Mr. Bullet feeder on this one, a Redding seat die, and a Redding crimp die. And then I have my press set up for 2,000 rounds an hour. And as you guys will see, right now it's running at around 1,643 rounds an hour. And this week I've pressed out roughly 5,500 rounds. So it loads like a dream. It's amazing. Really all I have to do is sit here and babysit it and really just pop primers in as needed. And you want to keep that primer bowl full for the most part. A couple hundred primers in there all the time. It keeps it running smoothly. And really my two biggest things that I'm looking at is one, the bullet orientation, making sure they're not upside down. Even if they are, my sensor is going to catch it. And then just making sure that my shell plate is full, because when you get a 380, a lot of times it will just get stuck, and then you start running with nothing going on. So I just want to demonstrate what this looks like. So it's as easy as me coming through, making sure my sensors are all turned on. My control's good. With my torque set, I got it at 2,000 rounds an hour. Like I said, because with my setup and my dwell times and index speeds, I am down a little bit to, roughly 1,700 rounds an hour, and that's totally cool, no problem at all. And you guys will kind of see how smooth this thing runs. So I'm just going to click run and let it roll. I mean, is that sweet or what? I am loading 124 grain full metal jacket. And as you guys can see, I've already hit a small problem. I have a 380 round right here. No big deal. Get that thing out of there. And then I'm just going to continue to run at this point in time. And here we go. We're back running. And 380 caused a problem for me. 2-second fix. I'm going to see my powder drop is going to start working now. And now my bullet drop will start working. And now we are back in business making bullets. So this thing is pretty sweet. It takes a little bit to get it all tuned in and dialed in and running the way someone would want. But if you're familiar with this press and how to set dies and how to troubleshoot this is just a bigger, more complex version of it, and just kind of understanding, what goes where and how everything goes together is really the biggest challenge. I do know that there have been people who have had some slight issues with, Mark 7 and the way their presses are running. But for me, knock on wood, for the most part, this thing is just been smooth. It's been pretty perfect. And we've shot lots and lots and lots and lots of rounds. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the little quick peek into my reloading setup. Although not cheap, in my opinion, very, very, very well worth the money that I invested into this, because as long as I have primers, powders, heads, brass, there is no ammo shortage for me, hardly ever. And as you guys can see, I typically keep a healthy stock of powders, primers, and heads on hand. So hopefully you guys like the video. If you want to see anything more detailed about the press or hear anything a bit more detailed about, the way I have this set up, let me know. But this is 124 grain full metal jacket with Vitavore N320. I'm dropping about 4.2 or 4.3 grains of powder every single time that powder drop goes down, and shoots lights out. I've shot plenty of hundreds now at this point with this load, and I'm really happy with it. So I'll catch you guys next time. Stay on those B8s and keep shooting straight, guys. Later.